Hello there, I'm Michael B. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly having a good time in here. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe for daily videos with simulation, survival and strategy games. It will help grow the channel, and please also consider to smack that like button and or leave a comment. Your feedback is very important to me.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Hello, welcome back to Planet Zoo. So last time we've completed the bronze, and we are going to look into the next things we're going to do. As you just mentioned, we are going to take a look at the Belgian tigers. Belgian tigers, yeah. Let's continue and look at some of the stuff here. We are going straight on for the silver medal, or silver level. We built a keeper's hut and we powered up the keeper hut. That's the one right there. So I don't think I got that in the last episode. This is the keeper hut, and here is a transformer. Nothing much to do with that, just to make sure that the caretakers don't have to run all the way across the zoo to get food and stuff for the animals next door. So now we need to locate the highlighted area, and I think it's going a little better with the camera. I love this game. Yeah, I love it. Look at the details. Look at all this fancy stuff. Huh? It's very nice. So over here is the Belgian tigers.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat. From scratch. Well, wood and concrete, I expect. So go ahead and build it. And don't forget the habitat gate.
Alright, you're very
It's always
persistent.
best to place the habitat gate close to the keeper hut. As it happens, there's one quite near to the trade centre.
Okay, shh. Now, can I talk now?
Oh,
Okay.
and make sure
No.
the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Right, gotcha. So we need a habitat gate, barriers with windows, I guess. So she said we need to place it next to some carekeeper hut. That's one there. And is that the transformer central? Good. Transformer. There, I should think. So let's find habitat gate. And put it down here somewhere. Can we close this while we're building? No, we can't. Okay. Takes a lot of the view. Opposite. Far out as possible. Just nudge it a little around. Oh, what's that? What's the arrows? Oh, I don't remember now. Ah, and the mouse. Right. Just there. Perfect. Those help again. Alright, so now we need to build the gate. What is that? Concrete. Glass. Concrete. Is that what we are using? Okay. So, we want to make this area as big as possible, or we go about this. Oops, wrong one. Like this. And that. Can we do that? Okay. That takes a little practice. Fine. Do like this. Yeah. Hello. Just shorten it. Like that. Ah, getting the hang of it. Ah, it's a little wonky there. Oh, that'll be fine. A little artistic improvement. And empty. Around the corner. And there we go. And one more. One more. And another corner. There we go. And like that. Getting a better view. this, that, and final, please.
Now,
Hooray!
Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Okay.
Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a minimum height of 4 meters.
4 meters. That really doesn't look great with the concrete, does it? Ah well. So, marking and highlighting. What? Oh, like that? Ah, okay. Use the arrow keys to navigate around. Well, that's got a little funky down here. Oh well. Like that. The whole area, like that. Then increase the height. All of it. Ah, nice, nice, nice. 4 meters. 4, 4. Like that.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
Hooray!
I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Shouldn't we put some glass in so they can see? No? No? Okay. I thought you said the be able to watch, didn't? Ah, maybe that's gonna come later. Adopt some tigers. Aha. Adopt you and adopt you. Open here, select all, send to zoo. There we
Whilst
go.
our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
A feeding station. Alright, so how about do that in the middle of it all? In the middle of it all. Food tray down. So here, last time it crashed for me. Let's see if it's gonna do that again. 3, 2, 1, go.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different.
Alright.
Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into Terrain and selecting the water tool.
I will do that. Terrain. Water tool. You can find water options under Terrain. Water. Calm water or rough water. Well, it looks like a calm area, so calm water. 8 sampled. Auto paint.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Absolutely. Boys, here, habitat. Aha, what's that? Frozen blood pumpkin. Oh, that's the gigantic pumpkins. Alright, so one there. And 2. What's that? Rubbing pad. Definitely. We can put that. So, yeah, exactly. Press C and move the mouse left or right. In the sunshine.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
I think we're gonna go with the blueprint. Gonna look into building from scratch later. Oh, put that. Change that around as well. Yes, we can. Something like that. Even room for it.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Oh.
Select a tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio, click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Alright.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay, grass long. Looks like they need some more. Grass long. And... oh, can we make that smaller? No? Increase, decrease. No. Ew. And too much grass. Difficult. It looks it's some soil. Doesn't matter what kind of soil it is. Just soil, heavy soil, rock, smooth soil, light, heavy. It takes the time.
Right then, all animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Alright, we got the tiger selected, and can we close this? Yeah.
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
The wattle? The wattle what?
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Okay. Is that wattle bush? What's that? I don't know what. Oh, there. That's the wattle bush. Delete it. Ah, you just push delete. Wattle bush. Wattle bush. What's that? Bracken. Hawthorn Asia tree. What am I saying? And okay, so let's find trees and bushes and flowers under nature. Click on nature. Oi. Oh my. Well, that's a lot. Okay. You said something about filtering them out. I don't know. Scots pine. That doesn't sound Asia-ish.
Mm-mm. They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Well,
Right. Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay, so we got this silver star now, and we completed the silver objectives. That's pretty cool. I think we can do the gold as well. Well, let me just recap what we did here. I was faffing about getting all the plants, and it was taking a very long time. Then I decided, well, why don't we take a big, what was it, bilbo tree here, Biome tree, and it made all the difference. So what you can do here is, as they said, just get out of it. Move you up a little. Nope. Okay. You can see here we got a lot of different kind of bushes and trees now, and reset filters. Do like that. I thought it was a little difficult. So you click on the animal that's in the biome. There you go. And now it's all happy. But we had the habitat that was not that good, not that great. And let's go into the environment tab. And then you can see the plants and the coverage of the plants, how much they take off the whole biome. And there's a tropical, and there's temperate, and there's grassland. So if you want to check all of the plants that's coming down here, it will show a lot. So you can filter it out by using this one. And go to biome, and then you can select the difficult biomes and the filters that is shown over here. So I went for tropical, and for temperate, and for grassland. And now they're not showing because we have completed the scenario, but then all the plants down here and trees will show for what is needed for the different biomes, and then you can also look at the list of plants. And if a plant doesn't belong, or you selected it wrongly, or doesn't add anything to the overall welfare of the habitat, then it shows up as red, and there's a big exclamation mark, and it's pretty forward. So, but it took a little time to figure out. But that big tree there did the whole difference. So if it's a smaller biomes, not biomes, if it's smaller habitats, then you might go for something like that. That could do a very lot. This is gonna be plastered with plants, and that might not be that great. I don't know yet, but let's go. Moving further on. The gold takes... yeah, we can do that in this episode as well. Let's just do that. Locate the Indian peafowl habitat. Well, I can see something is over there. Let's close you down. That looks like it. Right.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
Okay. Peafowls, I thought it was peacocks, but learning something new. Let's see. Expand social welfare. Okay.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space, and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong. Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Well, off you pop to the animal market.
Yeah, I will. Animal trading. Go. No. And we go into animal storage, select all, send to the zoo, and
Good
boom.
work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
With her, okay. Right, gonna stay here for a little and watch the coming in? Where are you going? You cleaning? Cleaning the area for garbage, poop, stuff. Huh? All kind of stuff. Yeah, look at this. All these habitats, they have this. Kind of a small cooler so they keep the environment in the right temperature. Squawk! There we go. What's the one feeling? You're hungry, yeah. But you got food. Huh? Oh, there goes another one. You're throwing those animals around, aren't you? Second and third female. Hey, oh, yeah, well, then he died. Exactly. Monstrous thingy. Got itself a mutant. Oh, okay. Ah, that's sweet. What? Exactly. Alright, so let's go find the snow leopard. Over there. Hey. Hello, snow leopard. Are you girl? Are you girly?
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barriers for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Let's just make a hole. Think I did.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
So I was clicking around for quite some while. I couldn't figure out when, yeah, temperature heat map. Where is gonna, we're gonna have access to that over here.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Nice to know. Coolers. Yeah, that's where we started looking last time. Coolers. There's a cooler. Small cooler. So I guess we're gonna place some coolers down where the heat signature looks like this. We've got the heat signature up here. From blue to red. Red, of course, is warm. Alright. I will do that.
It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into Zoo Management and then into the Animals section. As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So, if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the Locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Sounds like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
And with those words, we have come to the end of this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and as always, feedback and comments are much appreciated. Hit that like button and please subscribe if you have not done so already. If you would like to invite your friends over to watch as well, that would be delightful. Until next time, keep safe, take care, and stay cool. Bye!